Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. And you guys, today we are going to be doing a spooky haunted manor. And I don't know why. I was like sitting here, I'm like, I really need to like build something for my 64 by 64 lot that I'm doing, and I thought what would be better than making a haunted manor. Now this house will be on my 64 by 64 lot, and that is going to be with the bubble tea and thrift store that we made not that long ago. And if you do remember and you're thinking to yourself, Jamie, that bubble tea and thrift store was like all pink and all cute. It doesn't even look anything like this. Like, this is a complete different vibe, and that's the thing. Have you ever like watched a horror film and you see that there's like a bunch of children's toys and dolls and like really cute baby rooms and stuff like that, but it kind of feels that cute eerie feel about it, like you're like, oh, okay, and then you're like, I'm gonna go now. Like, that is what I kind of want my 64 by 64 lot to feel like, because last year I did a Halloween town and the whole vibe of it was really creepy, and it was my first one ever and I really loved it. So if you do want to go actually check that out, I'll have it in the top right, so you can press on it, you can go look at it, and you can just enjoy and get yourself into the spooky mood with me. But I love the way that it turned out before, and it had a spooky feel like all the way through. Now with this one, I kind of want it to be kind of like a little weird kind of thing to it. Like, something feels off about it. That is kind of what I want that vibe to be, and I want it to be like legit. So with this house, it's gonna be like, there's gonna have like a seance room, there's gonna be a bunch of like cemetery stones in there, and this one, compared to the bubble tea store, is completely different, but they kind of still give like both of those fall vibes, and I want to kind of stick with it. So this build is up on my gallery, so if you guys do want to follow it, you guys want to, not to follow it, if you I mean, you can follow me on the gallery if you want, the name is in the description, but you can finally download this. Now, the main thing for me to build this was mostly just for aesthetics for downstairs, because it is a little cramped. There's not much room you can kind of walk around in, right? So you might have to move a chair or two to get to some certain places. But like 90% of the house you can move around in, and it is still functional. But just keep that in mind from your girl, okay? Now, if any of you guys are new here, hi, how are you? My name is Jamie. I'm also known here as Simspiration here on YouTube, and if you have been a follower of our little family for a little while, you will know that I say that quite often, and I'm really sorry, but you know, we're getting new people every day. So if I would like to introduce myself, you know, that's what I'm gonna do. So hi, how are you guys? And I want to let you know, usually I don't make builds like this. Now, obviously you can look through my channel and you can kind of see where I like to build, but I'm kind of all over the map. I love building 64 by 64 lots. Those things, the big buildings, that is what I crave. This is what gives me my serotonin. But I have to realize that first off, there's not a lot of 64 by 64 lots that are available in the world. And I do think that if I'm making over 100 videos that have probably 80% of it all to be 64 by 64 lots, you know, not everybody's gonna use all those for one lot that they may have something else on it. You know what I'm saying? So I need to kind of broaden my horizons. I need to look beyond what I see. And for me, it is making homes, and that is kind of where I've kind of slowed down on, where if I make a house, I'm trying to make it on a smaller lot. Now, I don't think it's been a while since I've actually made something this small before, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I am trying. I really am. But don't look at like 5, I think, videos before this, because I did make a house, but that one was on like a 50 by 50 or something, 64 by 64. I think it was something like that. But don't look. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. But also on this channel, I don't really like talking about the build because I'm very awkward, and you can see me now. I'm just trying to just talk about something other than the build itself because I just have a really weird time doing it. So I want to tell you guys a story that has been happening. Now, all of us who have been here for a hot minute, girl, we all know Emma. Emma is the name of a lady that I work with, or I guess a girl. I mean, she's 30 years old, so I don't know if she's like lady or girl. We're there. She's a girl lady, okay? And I can't talk today, but when I'm trying to talk to her, we don't like her, okay? We've had a whole time of talking about what this lady has done and what she has done to me and everyone else. Now, currently, she is our ASM, so she is our assistant manager, and there has been a lot of fraudulent activity. She's done a lot of things to me and my numbers to try and get me in trouble, even though I didn't do anything. She did it to a lot of people. The way she does things is just a little bit questionable, and even our manager wanted her gone, but since we're so tight on staff, we're like, we need to keep her. And so it's just been a crazy time. Now, to get you guys all updated, we thought that Emma was gonna leave. And what I mean by that, is she's not the one asking to leave. We heard that the district manager of our store wanted her to, sayonara, au revoir, all that fun stuff, but she's still here. So the other day I was like working with my friend, and she came to me and she goes, "Hey, Jamie, did you know that I heard from our manager who heard it from our district manager?" I'm like, oh God, here we go, it's broken telephone. But she was like, "I heard that the district manager wants to have a meeting with Emma, and she wants to tell her that she no longer wants her to be here because she causes too much trouble." And I was like, no way. And the problem is that we have lost so much staff, you guys, from just having her as our ASM. Now, usually, we don't have a big team. I am the most veteran one there, minus one of the newer ladies that came in because she was on maternity leave. Wonderful, by the way. We love her. So even she can't work with Emma. It's just, and she's only been here for like 2 weeks. And so it's a little bit of a red flag when you've lost almost 90% of your team. And I'm just here like, hi, I'm still here. But at the same time, I just didn't know what to do because I was like, well, I don't want to leave because I don't mind my job. I just don't like her, but I doesn't mean I'm not gonna work with her, it never came across as me being like, I don't like you, I'm not gonna work. Like, I can't. So we heard that she was gonna come in and drop this bomb on her, being like, everyone is having complaints, this and this and this, you need to go. And all of us were kind of like, is she really gonna say that? Because we gotta work with her that day. So after that meeting, she comes out, I feel like that's gonna be really awkward, like really, really awkward. And I was like, oh God, I don't even want to be in that day. I was like, that is really scary, but thank God I had an appointment to go to the dentist, but I was supposed to work till 7, but I had one at 5:30. So I was like, okay, let me just text her and be like, hey, because I completely forgot. I was like, hey, I need to go. Is it okay if I head out 5:30 instead of 7? Because that's when my dentist appointment is. And so I never heard back. I had no idea. I had no idea if she even saw my text message, and I sent that to my manager. Not my ASM. But so the following day comes ahead, and I'm in here, and I'm with Emma, and I'm with the new lady. Let's call her, I don't know, Brenda. So me and Brenda and Emma, we're all here together. And so our district manager rolls in. She goes, oh, great. Okay, Emma, I'm going to have you in the back. And you, Jamie, you and Brenda, you guys are going to stay out here and, just hold the place down, basically. And it was really dead. There was nobody in the store that day. But we're kind of just like, okay. So we're just sitting out there waiting, and we're talking. And by the way, the lady that I work with, Brenda, the new one, who's not so new, she was just on maternity leave and now she's back. This woman has had a life. I am telling you, you guys, the stories that she's told me, I don't even know if I can even say it on YouTube because they're just that like insane. And it's not like oh my God, you need to tell us because it's insane. It's more or less like, I don't want to get demonetized. Cause, okay, this girl used to live in the same town as me, and my old town used to be kind of sketchy, but like it was all right. You didn't have to worry about things like, you know, people getting hurt. It was more or less like people trying to sell you stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, try and fill in the dots. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, you know, that was the only thing that we had to worry about. And back in the day, it was a lot worse. So when she used to live there, she would go walking with her sister, right? And there was this man who, this is the first story she told me. She had like 5 others. And I heard one yesterday too, which is insane. But she was walking with her sister. And both of them got separated because they were running from this man who was following them. And it was crazy. So they started like booking it. And they like went to this house and they hid in a bush. And the man went to the house and started like stopping and like looking around to go and find her. Like, there was so many things. She's gotten like in a truck before, like a van. There was some crazy people trying to like buy her sister. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, if you guys want to hear about those kind of things, obviously I won't say her name, and I will kind of make it as best as I can without making it bad. But needless to say, this woman has been through, she's been through the ringer. Okay, so as we're kind of waiting for Emma to come out, she's telling me all these stories and doing this and doing that. And then this man comes into the store and he starts like, he's really weird. He was super sketchy. He stayed with us for probably about an hour. And he came in and he was like, "Hey ladies, how's it going?" And we're like, "Oh, we're good. Like, how are you?" Like, obviously we have to be nice. We're being, you know, it's our job. And so he's coming over and he's like, "Oh, it's good." And he has like this Victoria's Secret bag, you know, and I see like a lot of men grab it. Like, they're probably buying it for their wives or their girlfriends, anything like that, right? So, you know, we're talking to him about like some of our products and all those things. And then he looks down and he's like, "Oh yeah, I must look really silly walking around with this Victoria's Secret bag." And we're like, "Oh no, like it happens all the time. Don't even worry about it." And he was like, but he still gave us like that weird vibe, right? Like something was super off about this man. And he started telling us that he was buying it for his daughter. Okay, maybe the daughter like bought him on like an errand run to go pick up some things. Okay, that might be a thing, right? And then he goes, "Yeah, she doesn't know, but like I'm gonna surprise her with it." And I'm like, "Huh?" And me and Sarah kind of just like look at each other, and then we look back, we're like, "Bruh, what did you just say?" And so he's like going off about all these things, and I can't tell if he's joking, but he was giving us the weirdest vibes. Super weird, man. I'm like, what is going on? And he stayed with us for like an hour, and he was like, "Oh, I bet these would look good on you guys. You guys should just go in the back and try them on and come out like a fashion show." We're like, "You need to get out." Very weird. We're like super uncomfortable. Anyway, so Emma finally comes out, and she's just quiet. She's just silent, but like she's still talking to everyone. So obviously I can't gauge on what happened in the back. And needless to say, I would rather go in the back with Emma than being in the front with that other man. Like I'm like, please let me go in the back. Like, oh my gosh. I would have definitely like did something if I was by myself. But Brenda is like a grown woman, so I felt like a little bit safer. So they come out and they tell us like what's going on. And apparently, so they're gonna keep Emma, but they're gonna just keep her as an ASM, and then Brenda is gonna be the new manager. So like, Emma's still with us, you guys. This is still a thing. And I came into work and she never did anything. It was like, I went in at like 1:30, and then she was there until like 5, but she didn't do anything. We got caught, like she got caught just like chilling on her phone for like 5 hours. But I didn't want to say anything because like I just don't like conflict. It's just not fun for me. So I didn't know what to do and I didn't know what to say. So I was just like, you know what? I don't even know anymore. I'm just trying to look for a new job. You guys, it has just been crazy. It has been crazy. But I've been having a lot of fun being at home, like building and stuff. But lately I've been doing a lot of room builds. So if you guys look on my Instagram, follow me there because I do post a bunch of like builds that I don't post on my YouTube channel. But sorry, that was a big jump. But like work has just been nuts. You guys, work has been crazy. And a lot of you are guys like, no, she's so toxic, she's so bad. And yes, she is. And I just don't understand like why they can't find anyone else. And I'm sure it's just hard right now, but I'm like, please find someone else. Please. Do one of you guys want to be the new manager? That'd be wonderful. I would love to work with one of y'all. But anyways, I hope that you guys like this video. Maybe please consider like, commenting, and subscribing. I'm also doing a shell challenge, so use hashtags SimspoShell in your descriptions for me to see. If you want to see the shell, it will be on my Instagram or it'll be someplace on my community here on YouTube. I did post a photo of it. But yeah, I will see you guys all later, all right? Have a great night or day or wherever you're from. Okay, bye-bye.